Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are looking at B3 on the 2011 Canadian Open Mathematics Competition, or I guess challenge, they say up here. In the figure, BC is a diameter of the circle. Okay, BC, diameter of the circle, and we know BC is root 901. Now that is suspiciously close to root 900, which is 30. Just thinking aloud. BD is 1, and DA is 16. I'm going to assume that this is a straight line. They don't say it anywhere, but they're kind of tight-lipped about their information. So BD is 1, DA is 16. If EC is X, what is the value of X? So I'd just like to comment this is a little poorly written, because we could have a diameter, we could have AD here, and then DA here, or something like that. It could kink, I think, and if you are allowing kinks like that, I think it's very quick, and actually, that's not the only kink that we might allow. Oh, now I've lost my picture. Should never erase the circle. So I could have DA here, and I could have AD go something like this, and then... And they really should say something like AB and AC is a line, or ABC is a triangle, or something like that. I think they really need something like that. But, since the question would be impossible to do if we did something like that, we will go ahead and assume that it is written. That it is written in that it's a triangle, even though it's not. Okay, so let's get a copy of this picture for ourselves. And so I will draw this once again. Actually, I really only need the top half, don't I? At least I think I do. We can draw a better picture than that. Okay, so the thing that catches my eye is D and E are on the semicircular arc, which means if I connect them up to the other points on the diameter, we get right angles here. It splits these lines into right angles, and then I have a whole bunch of right angled triangles that I can play around with. So we've got a 1, a root 901 here, and a 16 here, which means in total we've got a 17 for a hypotenuse for BA. And I think there's just going to be a lot of Pythagoras here. Okay, so point out DE on semicircle. So AEB, BEC, BCD, and CEB are right angled. Okay, so in no particular order, we should probably start working some of these out. So BC squared, you can say by Pythagoras if you want, but I think everyone's going to know what you're doing. So we get 901 is equal to 1 plus DC squared. DC squared is going to be 900. DC is 30. Okay, so I can put a little blue 30 here. Alright, well with that 30 and this 16, I can figure out AC. So AC squared is 16 squared plus 30 squared. 256 plus 900. How am I doing this without a calculator? I have a whole bunch of my squares memorized because I do a lot of math contests. 1156, and that's 34 squared. So AC is 34. Okay? It helps when you don't have a calculator to be able to do things like this. How can I figure out that this is a square? Well, it should be, especially if they take the calculators away. But you can see it's even. Divide it by 4. And you should get a much smaller number, like 289, which you should probably know is 17 squared. Because at least that's a smaller one that you've likely encountered before. So AC is 34. Let's go back to our picture, and we have a total of 34 here. Now we want x. Well, that means we get 34 minus x is left over here. And then I think BE is the key. We can calculate BE in two different ways. One triangle with a hypotenuse of 17, the other with a hypotenuse of root 901. So, BE squared and BE squared, these are equal to root 901 squared minus the x squared on the leg, and then 17 squared minus 34 minus x squared. So this is 901 minus x squared, and this is 289 minus 1156 minus 68x plus x squared. So these two should be equal to each other. 289, what's 1156 minus 289? 7, and then 6, and 8. So 867. Okay, yeah, 867 plus 68x minus x squared. So these guys should be equal. 901 minus x squared should be 867 plus 68x minus x squared. So the minus x squareds can cancel. Bring the 867 over to the other side. So 901 minus 867 is a 4. And then a 3. So 34. So 34 is 68x. So x is 1/2. Certainly doesn't look it based on the picture. Have I done something? Yes, I did. Yeah. But of course the picture isn't that reliable either, because this is not a ratio of 1 to 16 here. But, okay. This should be a minus sign, because I subtracted the bigger number. So that means that we do a plus, not a minus. So 901 plus 867, you'll get an 8, a 6, a 1, 7. Okay, so 1768 is 68x. I suppose we could do long division, or we could say 1700 is 17 times 4 times 25. 17 times 4 is 68, so we'll get 25. And then a 68 is a 68 times 1. So this is 68 times 26. So we get x is equal to 26. And there we go. So 26, that makes a bit more sense. Yeah. 34 minus 26 is a difference of 8, so 17 squared minus 8 squared. BE should be 15. And 901 minus 26 squared is 676. Is this a difference of 225? It is. Fantastic. Subtract a 1 from both sides, 975. And then how do I complete 675 plus 25 to get to 700 plus the 200 to get to 900? So yeah, okay, we double checked and x really is 26. There we go. Everything's all squared away. So that was, I do not remember, what question was that? That was B3, so we're going to finish off part B in the next video, and that'll be B4. So feel free to join me for that if you would like to, and I will see you there. Have a wonderful day.